Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here, and welcome back to Unpopular Opinions, the series where I take your unpopular opinions and give my thoughts on it and all that other good stuff. But before I start this video, I do want to say that the main reason why I don't really upload these as frequently as I used to is mostly due to the fact that a lot of the topics that I really see, they tend to like either, they're kind of sarcastic and jokingly, and I do like to include maybe one of those every once in a while, but there's a ton of those now. And also, a lot of them are kind of referring to stuff I've already talked about. So it's kind of hard to really be making these videos like that. So I've been trying to just kind of lay off on these. I want to hear what you guys think about this, though. What should I really do in order to get more interesting, unpopular opinions? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb and I'm missing some. I don't know. But let me know down in the comments. But let's begin with the first one being from Neem H. Roblox made this year's egg hunt bad, so we won't miss it. Now, the only part of the egg hunt I participated in was by accident. I accidentally killed the boss chicken in Arsenal, and I got the egg from that. Other than that, I did not play the egg hunt at all, so I have absolutely no clue how bad it truly is. Again, it's more of like, everybody's saying it's bad, so I guess it's not that great. I can't really tell unless I play it, and I don't know, I don't really want to play it, to be honest with you. But I have seen this said maybe once or twice, and it's a very interesting thought, because imagine Roblox is just like, let's make the last egg hunt pretty bad, so nobody really, complains. They're just gonna be like, oh, well, the last egg hunt sucked anyway, so it's like, whatever. They're probably just gonna repeat this if they were to bring it back, I feel like that is a very plausible thing, but I don't think that's the case. I genuinely don't feel like that's something Roblox would do. That's at least in my thoughts, but I don't know how truly bad it is. Again, I haven't really participated in it at all. But I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty old topic. A lot of these posts that we're going to be talking about, actually all of them are from at least 1 week ago, because I made the post back then and I kind of just waited to collect more, comments and whatever. So there's that. So a lot of these topics are pretty old probably by now. But moving on to the next one from Ria No Cab. The Roblox filter is actually not bad for a kid-friendly game. Now, the filter is something I see in my comments a lot, so me, addressing this in the video is not something that's going to be super crazy, and, I feel like me including this is probably something I feel like I've talked about the filter at least 3 times already in the past, and it's probably been in the title at least twice as well. But, I genuinely feel like the filter is pretty bad for people who try to communicate but they're not a kid game, but they're not a kid. But for a kid-friendly game where, there are a lot of kids running around and whatever, I feel like it does its job. Even though it's pretty irritating at times and you can't really, usefully communicate with people, I feel like them being overprotective is better than them just being lazy and allowing everything and then, getting into more trouble than need be. So I do genuinely feel like, I guess it's not the end of the world that it's not really that great of a filter, but I do see your point, and I do agree to an extent. It's actually not too bad for a game that's, meant for pretty much just children. But again, I want to hear what you guys think about this one down in the comments, because I'm more than sure I'm going to get a bunch of people very mad at me for saying that the filter isn't garbage. But moving on to the next one from Machine Washable 101. I try to avoid these like, oh, this game is overrated and whatever, but these games are extremely popular, so there is some merit to this being an unpopular opinion, and that school-based games are overrated. Now, if you don't know, there are quite a lot of school-based games on the front page and, on the popular tab, so him saying this is kind of an unpopular opinion, so I kind of decided to include it. But I do have to agree. I mean, I genuinely don't see, like, I'm not going to say that it isn't fun, because who am I to say, children can't have fun at doing whatever, but I don't really see the fun in, role-playing being in school when you can literally go to school in real life and, go to school. So I don't really understand the argument of how it's fun to play one of those games. But again, I'm not hating on anybody, because I know there's probably someone who's going to be like, Toxic's hating on the kids who play high school No, I genuinely, like, I don't know. I just don't really know what's so fun about it. But I do kind of agree that it's kind of overrated of a topic The same way people complain about simulators being overrated, I feel like it's kind of the same thing with the school-based games. But again, I'm not really here to, belittle anybody or complain because they're having fun. But there is some merit to your argument, and I don't know. I'm gonna move on to the next comment though from Snowy Snowy. YouTubers like Kaneko Kitten should stop complaining and enjoy the game. Clearly you're probably new to my channel. I mean, Snowy, you're probably unsubbed from my channel at this point. Since this comment was posted a week ago, I'm more than sure you probably unsubbed from me at this point because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I actually do more complaining than Kaneko Kitten, so it's kind of funny how you're coming to my channel, the one that probably complains more, and you're just like, well, Kaneko Kitten and people like him should just stop complaining and enjoy Roblox for what it is. It's just very funny. It's funny to me how it's like you're going to one of the worst channels in terms of complaining, as far as I can see. And then you're gonna say that Kaneko Kitten, who's generally more tame than I am, honestly, and saying that he should stop complaining. It's just a very interesting argument, and I don't know. I feel like this is, again, a very interesting... Oh my god, this is a very interesting argument right here, but I don't know. I feel like complaining and, talking about what you believe in is definitely an important part, especially as a YouTuber. Share your opinion, share your mind. Obviously, the people who come to your channel and watch your videos are the people who want to hear your opinion and value it. So I feel like, complaining about something here and there, about like a bad Roblox change in your opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I do it, so I guess I'm a little bit biased in that argument. But generally, I feel like I don't see a problem no matter what kind of Roblox YouTuber you are. I feel like you should be able to, complain about something you disagree with and give your thoughts about it. But that's kind of my mindset about it. But moving on to the next comment from Demi Martinson. I think that online dating shouldn't be as big of a deal as it is. Like, seriously, it's young children who will outgrow it in a while, so it's not the end of the world. This is, again, I don't know. I was going to say pretty interesting, but in my last video, people were complaining that I said interesting way too much. But this is a very intriguing take. There we go, a different word that pretty much means the exact same thing. But I don't know. I see a lot of people complaining about how online dating is bad for children and all this other stuff. And I mean, I can't really say that it's the end of the world. Like, I have to agree with you there where it's not the end of the world if people decide to do that as kids or whatever. But I feel like to a degree it is kind of bad for their safety when you think about it, because think about children. You generally think of, like, kids being vulnerable to, giving out their address or whatever and putting themselves in danger when they get into these situations. So I can't see that argument from people as well. But generally, I feel like in the majority of cases of the kids who online date, they don't really, put themselves in danger. But I don't know. I feel like they should. I feel like there is some merit to both sides here in the online dating argument, which is why I don't really talk about it too much. Generally, I feel like kids should avoid doing that, but that's mostly because, again, the safety thing. I feel like it's kind of important for kids to have their safety and everything, and online dating is kind of not very safe for children, because I don't want to get into it. But I don't know. I feel like you have an interesting argument, and it is quite an unpopular opinion, too, because when you think about it, a lot of people are very strongly against online dating. It's only like a small minority of people who are like, I don't think it's such a major issue or anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but I do see both sides here, and I do have to agree the safety is very important for these children. So I don't know how I feel about this one, and I've been going on about this for a few minutes already. Let's move on to the next one. We got two more. From Derpy Plays, unpopular opinion, the Ready Player One event was the best event on Roblox, not including egg hunts, and was super fun to play with friends. You see, I don't have friends, and also I didn't really find this event to be that fun. I think I said that it was one of the worst events in the past. I don't know if I would still hold up to that, opinion now, but I do have to say it was super fun to play alone on the Phantom Forces one, because I got to get a lot of kills from no, in all seriousness though, Jokes aside about this, I don't know. I think that, the Ready Player One event wasn't terrible, but I didn't really find it all that enjoyable, and I don't know. I do think that there are better events, excluding egg hunts, because he said not including egg hunts, but I do think there were a few better events, excluding egg hunts, that were definitely around, but maybe I'm very biased against the Ready Player One event. I don't know. But moving on to the last comment for this video from Walking Banana. It's kind of lazy that Roblox just retextured the Sparkle Time Fedora and changed the color multiple times. I've never heard this thought ever, and it's a very, very interesting argument to hear. And honestly, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. I do have to say that I have not heard anyone really bring this up, and maybe if I have, I just completely forgot about it because it's that, unpopular of an opinion. Because everybody knows the Sparkle Time Fedora, everybody likes the Sparkle Time Fedora, and it's interesting how you're just like, nope, this Sparkle Time Fedora, it's garbage. I don't like it. They're just recoloring it. So, I don't know. I personally feel like the Sparkle Time Fedora is one of the best looking series on Roblox. I was going to say hats, but you're not talking about the original one. You're talking about the general, series of Sparkle Time Fedoras. But I think there's some of the best looking hats on Roblox personally. And whether or not it's lazy, I do feel like it is a pretty nice looking hat. That's what I could say, like a nice looking hat series. But I want to hear what you guys think about all of these down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.